are so excited to present the first edition of our new Mercy Mindset series. In this monthly series, our 8th grade students will introduce our community to an alumni who once sat in your very seats. It will be an amazing opportunity for you to learn directly from our alumni how mercy can continue to be a foundation and inspiration in your life after graduation. Today, we welcome Pierce Hodges from Waldron Mercy's class of 2015. Pierce is now in his second year in college, majoring in biology at Howard University in Washington, D.C., where he has held various leadership positions. Two of our 8th grade students, Daisy and Jaden, will help us learn about Pierce and some highlights from his time at Waldron. Pierce can give us a glimpse into how his choices about his education and profession have been motivated by mercy. In short, how he approaches his life with a mercy mindset.
When did you start attending Waldron, and what grade did you start in?
I attended Waldron from 2006 to 2015, starting in kindergarten with Miss Brennan and Miss Candelora.
What is your current profession?
So I'm a current biology major at Howard University, but I also have a part-time job with a partnership between Jefferson Health and Temple Health, studying healthcare in the inner city.
What high schools and colleges have you attended?
I attended the William Penn Charter School in East Falls from grade 9 through 12, and now I'm a sophomore at Howard University.
Is there a certain teacher or coach who inspired or influenced you, and how?
So there were many, but a couple that come to mind are Miss Pierce, now Miss Strickland, and Miss Hemel. I remember Miss Pierce because she was always firm, but really caring and really wanted the students to do well. It was a wonderful combination that challenged the students to do their best. It felt like a safe space with her. Miss Hemel was especially special because she took a special interest in me and gave me art lessons. She was very encouraging and always made the art room a place I wanted to go. As I said, there were many, but these two were particularly special to me.
Yeah, I understand that. When you think about outreach and service at Waldron, what is one of your favorite memories?
So there were a lot, but I think the best is when I was in 8th grade, there was a devastating earthquake in Nepal, and Waldron allowed me to create a service project that raised money for the people of Nepal by selling t-shirts and having donation baskets. It was really gratifying, not only for me, but at the time, it seemed like the whole school. One of my mom's employees, her family was back in Nepal at the time, living in makeshift tents. They had lost everything, and so we were able to make an impact, and again, it was extremely gratifying. There were many other things like Hayes Manor and St. Columbus Shelter. This really was the beginning of my outreach in my life.
Thank you. So how did the mercy values instilled in you at Waldron affect the person you are today?
That's a great question. So to this day, I participate in community service activities at Howard University. I did the day of service. I helped stock the food pantry regularly. I helped clean the garden. I absolutely learned the mercy values of giving and stewardship at Waldron. Hayes Manor, Mercy Neighborhood Ministries, making pillows and blankets, making hats, Thanksgiving and Christmas drives. All of these opportunities have driven me to continue the work that I do today.
That's super cool. So from reading about you, it seems as though you're very active in the area of student diversity and leadership. How have the mercy values instilled at you at WMA align with those goals?
So leadership and diversity, that's a very important concept for me. For our society to be the best it can be, we have to show love and opportunity to all people, no matter their race, creed, gender, or color. Things like equality, respect, and love, these are all values that were cultivated in my experience at Waldron. We are all God's children, and in some cases in our society, there are some things that have been unfair to certain factions of people, and I make it a point to assist people in all backgrounds to achieve the best they can be. I am the co-founder and facilitator of the inaugural Cheryl Irving Student Diversity Conference, which started back in March of 2019. And the goal of this conference was to give high school students in Philadelphia the tools they needed to be ambassadors for community building, sensitivity, and social justice. And so in building the conference, it was the hope that these students would see self in each other and foster an appreciation of racial, gender, and cultural differences. And we ended up having more than 150 students in over 15 high schools in the greater Philadelphia area represented. And so being given the opportunity to lead a service project like the Nepal Project and really working at Waldron, it all prepared me to lead in diversity and leadership in this way.
After your time at Howard University, do you see yourself continuing to become engaged in opportunities that work to spread mercy, and how?
Absolutely. That's my life's mission. For instance, what I'm engaged in right now with Jefferson Health and Temple Health, it's a project that is studying and addressing what are called healthcare disparities. So what that means is typically for a number of different reasons, oftentimes minorities are less healthy and have less access to quality healthcare. There are a whole lot of things, that go into why that's the case, but it's my job to study it and ultimately figure out how to help it. That's a mercy mission, and it's the goal that I continue to carry out these efforts.
That's really amazing. So what advice would you give to a student still at WMA?
So, two things. The first thing is to do your very best. Whatever you're doing, do it to the best of your ability. You don't know it at the time, but you're going to learn more and have more opportunities if you do that. The second thing is to stay the course. Sometimes you want to give up, but I can tell you don't give up. Even if it's something that you don't plan to continue, finish what you started. In the words of the great Winston Churchill, never give up, never give up, never give up.
That's really great advice. Thank you so much.
We appreciate that.
No problem.
Thanks a lot, Pierce, for being here with us today.
Really, thank you.
Not a problem. It was my pleasure.